What's good? It's your boy Brandon B. Elite Live Streams. We back, baby. What's going on, everybody out there? How you guys doing? Happy Wednesday. We back with another live stream. Stephen A. Smith, man. The ultimate coon is back at it again with his antics of tomfoolery and total BS. This guy has been talking down on black men and black athletes for I don't even know how freaking long. And finally, everything is just starting to come full circle for this guy, right? The overt direct worship that this guy has for the white establishment and the way that he goes around tap dancing and doing everything in his power to make these people feel uncomfortable or comfortable, however you want to look at it. This guy has been doing it for a long time, and I'm very, very glad that he's finally getting his just desserts because this guy is such a clown. And I love the fact that Serena Williams' husband gave him the check that he needed. So if you haven't heard, right, Alexis Ohanian, all right, Serena Williams' husband, who is a billionaire, right, he got into it with Stephen A., right, because Stephen A. had some very particular things to say about this brother and his wife, right? So in order for me to get this going, we're going to start it off right, guys. Let me start it off real quick with something that needs to be said better than I can say it. So let's start it off right. Let me start it off right, guys. Here we go. Let me start this off
there
right.
There was the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro, they lived in the house with master. They dressed pretty good. They ate good because they ate his food, what he left. They lived in the attic or the basement, but still they lived near their master. And they loved the master more than the master loved themselves. They would give their life to save their master's house quicker than the master would. The house Negro, if the master said, we got a good house here, the house Negro said, yeah, we got a good house here.
A good house
Whenever
here.
the master said we, he said we.
We.
That's how you can tell a house Negro. If the master's house caught on fire, the house Negro would fight harder to put the blaze out than the master would.
That's right.
If the master got sick, the house Negro would say, what's the matter, boss? We sick.
We sick, boss. We sick, boss. We sick, Steven. Ain't you sick? Ain't you sick of it?
He identified himself with his master more than his master identified with himself. And if you came to the house Negro and said, let's run away, let's escape, let's separate, that house Negro would look at you and say, man, you crazy.
You crazy.
What you mean separate?
What you
Where
mean?
is there a better house than this?
Come on,
Where
man.
can I wear better clothes than this?
Come on, man.
Where can I eat better food than this? That was that house Negro.
Y'all know the mentality.
He was called a house nigger. And that's what we call him today because we still got some house niggers running around here.
We still got them running around here, y'all.
This modern house Negro loves his master.
You see him.
He wants to live near him. He'll pay 3 times as much as the house is worth just to live near his master. And then brag about, I'm the only Negro out here.
Come on, y'all. Y'all know what time it is, man. Elite Live Streams, we back. And it's time to stop talking and start living it, all right? We done heard Stephen A. Smith come on here for years, talking down on black men, talking down on black athletes, talking down on every single issue that came to black men. Y'all saw he was going nonstop when P. Diddy was under arrest. All right. Every single day he was on here streaming, talking down on P. Diddy, right? Telling motherfuckers what to do and how to live. All right. So look, we going to bring up receipts because that's what we do at Elite Media. We don't just talk, we bring receipts. Okay. So let's start off with this, right?
If I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me.
All right. This was Stephen A. himself right here, y'all. Listen.
If I'm married,
this was about
and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me.
That was Stephen. Do you hear it? You hear the bass in his voice? You hear that, y'all? You hear how greasy he was talking, right? That could never be me. Go back. All right, Stephen. You got a lot of advice, don't you, brother? You got a whole lot of advice for people, don't you? Okay. So look, this is why this is important, right? Because Stephen A., he gets online, he gets on these shows, he gets in front of that camera, he talks crazy, right? And a lot of people don't hold him accountable. But guess what? Somebody held him accountable today. All right. Alexis pulled up on him and said, nah, bruh. He said, nah, bruh. Hold up. I thought you had some advice, right? Let's hear what he had to say, y'all. Let's hear it.
Address those comments on live television.
Stephen A. Smith, I think you had some marriage advice for me. Is that right? Or
well, you know what? Listen, I did it. People, headlines are headlines. We can get into that another time, but
Did you hear the stuttering, the stammering, how scared he was? He couldn't even get the words out. You guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? Stephen couldn't even get the words out, y'all. He was so shook. Okay, let's go back. Let's hear it again.
Headlines are headlines. We can get into that another time, but I was
hoping you were going to be here.
I am not qualified.
Okay, look at him, Cowtown. Look at him bow down. Look at him bow down. Look at that. Look at him bowing down. Yeah, Stephen, bow down. Bow down. Listen to what he got to say, boy.
Married? Right. Oh no, not me. Well, I ain't qualified, my brother. I'm not qualified.
I was going to ask because you hadn't been married before, right?
I am married.
Down, boy. Yeah, you ain't been married before, have you, boy?
I give advice to plenty of founders who want to build billion-dollar companies, and the reason I do that is because I build billion-dollar companies.
Yeah.
It all started when Serena.
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, Stephen. All right. So look, let's even go down the rabbit hole, right? Because Stephen had a lot to say, didn't he? Didn't he have a lot to say, y'all? He had a lot to say about, this is, what happens. I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about that, right? He had a lot to say, didn't he? And we sat up here, and like I said, for years, we done watched Stephen A. go around here disparaging black men, talking down on black men, got something to say about black men, and always going out of his way to be the first one, right? To be the first one to talk down on a black man. All right. And we done heard it over years. Like I said, over 15 years hearing this fool hop on these dang mainstream media platforms talking down on black men every single opportunity that he can. Right. So guess what? He talked down on a black woman. Right. And thought it was going to be all right. Right. Because like I said, I already showed y'all what he said before. Right. But we going to show y'all again because maybe y'all need to understand what was really going on with this dude. Because I don't know why, but people was trying to play like, he didn't. What did he really say? He didn't really say anything, man. I mean, he said a few things, whatever. But what did he really say? All right. This is what he said,
I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me. No.
That's what he said.
If I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass.
All right. That's what he said. That's what Stephen said himself. He had a lot. He said, you see the energy, right? Y'all saw the energy. He ain't had that energy for Alexis, though, did he? Yeah, that energy was mad different, huh? That energy was super different, bro. And that's what we got a problem with. We got a problem with the fact that Stephen don't be keeping the same energy, bro. And I'm going to show y'all that he don't, okay? Because this dude, he gets on here, he never keeps the same energy, bro. And we trying to figure out, why don't you keep the same energy, dog? When a white man get in there, when a white man is in some trouble, when a white man got an issue and he an athlete, you don't say shit. All you do is hide behind, oh yeah, well, we ain't gonna jump to conclusions. We ain't gonna do this. Remember when Josh Giddey got those allegations? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when Josh Giddey was caught with that 17, 16-year-old from Modern Day? Y'all remember that? I remember. I'm in Cali, okay? And I remember when that happened. You want to know how I know? Because the girl who did it was actually a part of the high school that one of my ex-girlfriends used to go to. All right. Her cousin was in the same class as them. Okay. So we know what was going on. That actually happened. All right. So listen, this is what Stephen A had to say about that.
That is the case involving Josh Giddey of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Look at the energy. Look how different his energy is right here.
Been clamoring for me to touch on this subject. Y'all getting on my last damn nerves.
Look at how upset he is, right? Look at the vigor, because we holding him accountable to talk about Josh Giddey, who is a PDF file. We hold you accountable. We telling you, hey, why are you talking about this? You talk about everybody else. Why are you not talking about Josh Giddey? And look what he said.
Could you try to be responsible? Could you try? That's all I'm asking. What you want Stephen A to say? Oh, man, where you at, Stephen A? If this was a brother. Wait a minute.
We know that. We know that. And that's why he feels some type of way. He understands the politics, y'all. That's the point. We watch all the time. Stephen A hop on here talking crazy. I'm going to bring it back up so y'all can see exactly what this is, man. This was Stephen A, bro. This was when Josh Giddey got caught with that girl. Okay? Look at him. Look at him backtrack. Watch this. That is the case
involving Josh Giddey of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, let me say this to all of y'all out there who've been clamoring for me to touch on this subject. Y'all getting on my last damn nerves. Could you try to be responsible?
Steven, it's because you do not keep the same energy when it is a white person. That's why. That's why people are holding you accountable, bro. Because anytime that there is a brother get in an accident, a brother get caught smoking weed, stop the weed, right? He goes all animated out of his way to talk down on a brother. But don't let it be a white boy, though. Oh, nah, we going to keep it cool, right? Josh Giddey. Nah, you know what? Let me keep going, because that's what we do at Elite Media. We bring receipts. So let's talk about this. All right, let's bring up as well remember when Dana White got caught hitting his, spouse? Remember that? Y'all remember when Dana White got caught up with that? Look at this.
Somebody that's connected in the world of sports. He's a friend. I love the guy personally.
Look at the energy. Look at the energy, guys. He is so somber and so sad to announce that his friend is a domestic abuser. He's so distraught about it. Oh, he's so hurt. I can't believe that this would happen. Right? Your friend. Show me who your friends are, and I'll show you who you are, Stephen A. All right? This is your friend. This is who you are putting your neck out there for, bro. That is the mentality of the house Negro. He will protect himself over the master getting what he deserves, which is being held accountable for what you did, which was disgusting. Let's listen again to this dude. Look at him.
Just somebody that's connected in the world of sports.
Look at him.
He's a friend.
Look at him. He's so somber to talk about
this is a
Dana White.
Subject for me. We talk all the time. We certainly connected briefly since this happened.
Bro, this is why people are on his top right now, because every single time a white person is involved in a scandal or something that needs to be talked about, that needs him to give the energy that he gives everybody else, he does not do it. And that's why when we saw him get punked, all right, because that's what happened. He got punked. He got punked by Alex Ohanian, and then he didn't do nothing. All right, you had all that smoke for him and his wife. Okay, but when he confronted you man to man, you was stuttering, stammering. All right. Now what? Let's listen again. This is Dana White after he put his hands on his wife, y'all.
Just somebody that's connected in the world of sports.
Bro,
He's a friend. I love the guy personally. So this is a very hard subject for me. We talk all the time.
Listen to this. Look at the energy.
Briefly since this happened.
And I'm using this. I want to continue to use. That's why I'm bringing up these receipts, y'all, because we are going to go deep on this. All right. So I just mentioned the Josh Giddey situation, how he was acting. I just showed you how he's acting with Dana White, who at the time put his hands on his wife. Okay, we saw an overwhelming amount, right, of negative attention when Ime Udoka got caught having an affair with a woman in his, staff at the Celtics, right? Do y'all remember that? The world was over when that happened to him. But Dana White literally put his hands on his wife and did nothing happen, y'all. Everybody just moved on. Did nothing happen, right? Okay. Let's listen. I'm gonna go one more time just so you guys can hear it.
Just somebody that's connected in the world of sports. He's
Look
a
at
friend.
this. Crazy.
I love the guy personally. So this is a very hard subject for me. We talk all the time.
A hard subject.
Certainly connected.
A hard subject for
this
him.
happened. He knew there's no way on earth that I wasn't going to talk about it. My heart goes out to his family because,
bro, I mean this. This is what we are dealing with. These are the type of people that are on the media. These are the type of people who are influencing the youth. Okay, this guy gets on here and blabbers his mouth every freaking morning. Any opportunity he can get, he's at a basketball game, he's at football games, he's at boxing matches, he's everywhere. You can't get away from this guy, right? But then the second that we want to hold him accountable, he can't handle it, right? And the time that you actually get held for what you have to say, you bow down, you spineless snake, spineless. This guy has no spine, completely docile. All right. When we talk about beta, that is a beta. Stephen A, beta for sure. Ain't no doubt about it, bro. Completely, easily manipulative and knows how to play this game. Oh, my goal in life is to make sure that my boss make money, how I can get some of it. Okay, well, guess what, Steven? Your boss just set you up to get checked by Alexis, homie. You don't think they knew what was going on? You didn't think this is going to make for great television, Steven? Take this L. So now we're going to bring it full circle because, listen, there was a time, like I said, every single opportunity, Stephen A would come out here to hate on a brother. So I had to bring up this video that I came across, which is Stephen A hating on Kyrie Irving for 3 minutes straight. Okay? This is how much this fool was hating on Kyrie Irving. Listen to this.
He's not worth it at all. A matter of fact, let me say this straight up and down. I think Kyrie Irving should retire.
Look at the energy. Should retire. Taking money out of a black man's pocket, bro. All right. This is dangerous rhetoric to go around and try to make somebody have to do something that they didn't want to do. Kyrie didn't want to take the jab, bro. Okay, so what? But the fact that they tried to villainize him for that, I didn't forget that. I didn't forget what y'all did to Kyrie. And I'm not going to let you guys off the hook because of that. I'm glad that I'm finally here on these platforms where I can come up here and hold people accountable finally, because there was a lot of this going on. It wasn't nobody saying nothing. Kyrie had to take that L, and I'm so glad that Kyrie made it out of this. But dudes like Stephen A was trying to end his career. Okay? Trying to end his career. Listen to this.
I think he should announce his retirement today.
But the flip side to it is that his level of stubbornness has elevated to a glaring level of selfishness. And I completely applaud the Brooklyn Nets for taking this position. I said it before, and I'm telling y'all again. They'd give his ass away for a box of cookies if they could.
Look at how he's cussing. The energy, y'all. the virality of it, right? He can't wait to get Kyrie off of being in the basketball world. He couldn't wait to hate. This is what we're dealing with, guys. We're dealing with a person like this, y'all, who's literally going out of his way, dude, to hate on Kyrie. Listen to this.
I'm disgusted with this dude. I'm telling you what I know, all right? Y'all figure out how the hell I know that. I ain't asking. I'm telling you.
For me, the fact that that they reversed course on this is egregious and disgusting, to be quite honest with you. But what makes it even more so that way is that they did it for him.
Listen, this is, like I said, 3 minutes straight of this. All right. Someone had so many takes of Stephen A hating on Kyrie that they could make a 3-minute video about it.
Because he's the last person in the world who does.
I have an issue with Kyrie Irving. And by the way, as I tried to say yesterday, but
look at the headline, though. The headline, Kyrie, nobody should be forced to do anything with their bodies. Bro, we were having this conversation, y'all. This was happening, and everyone just moved on like this didn't happen. And that's why I'm so glad that Stephen A. Smith is finally getting his karma. All right? Because you talk crazy about so many black men all the time. Talk crazy about LeBron. Talk crazy about KD. Talk crazy about Kyrie.
I'll say today, it ain't about the vaccine. I am no anti-vaxxer. I have been vaccinated. Jay's been vaccinated. I think Kendrick Perkins, I know you have. And we all believe you should get vaccinated.
Now listen, this like I said, sensitive topic, right? But this was what was happening this entire time when Kyrie was choosing to do what he wanted to do. All they had to do was continue to hate, and hate. Listen to this.
That every single player be vaccinated.
2 days later.
I've tested positive for COVID-19. I have the coronavirus.
All right, this was after he was telling Kyrie to get the jab, y'all. The hypocrisy of a human being like this. Okay, this guy has been doing this for a minute, and I'm so glad that finally he can go ahead and get this L. And I pray that this just tanks the ratings, everything, bro, because this dude has made enough money off the backs of talking down on black men, specifically black American men. All right. And I'm tired of it, bro. I cannot wait for this dude to be off ESPN. He has been bringing down the product ever since he joined the company. Straight up.
He's immature. I think that he's occasionally selfish. And I think at this particular moment in time, he comes off as a damn snob. He thinks people are beneath him and he's above it. He looks at the media as being inauthentic. That's what he thinks about the.
Listen, this is Kyrie, bro. Kyrie has been calling out the media and has been on his own knowledge of self journey since he got into this league. We love Kyrie because of this. And the fact, like I said, the fact that they tried to villainize him for thinking for himself and being an open-minded person, wanting to do what he wanted to do and not have to go along to get along like everybody else. Yeah, that's what we want. We want people who represent that, who go against the grain and not just doing stuff just to do it. And this is the type of person that Stephen A is, okay? A straight up hater. A hater for real, though. A hater who is going to try to take money out of your pocket, who's going to try to protect the white establishment as much as he can. Meanwhile, he's over here getting checked by Alexis Ohanian as soon as he had anything to say. Got him right up out of there. Got him together, okay? And mind you, like I told you guys, he would never keep that same energy if it was a black dude. We know this, all right? We've seen it. We understand how he is moving, and we are calling it out because that's what we're supposed to do as black media, bro. Enough with letting this shit slide. Enough with allowing this dude to come out here and try to, sit on these panels and talk down on black athletes, bro. Every single opportunity for the last 15 years, we've had to listen to this loudmouth talk crazy on every single platform that he could put himself on about black men. All right. So yeah, it's time for you to get checked, my boy. It's time for you to get up out of here, homie. Straight up, because at the end of the day, we are tired of it, bro. Everybody's tired of it, family. We done watched you talk crazy for the last, I don't even know how long, talking about Jasmine Crockett, talking about all these people, bro. Yeah, guess what? It's time's up for you, homie. It's about time that we go ahead and move on, brother. Because like I said before, dog, there's a huge aspect of this, bro, where people just forget how crazy this dude talks to people, man. And I don't like that. I'm not gonna let you just get off, bro. So look, I'm gonna bring this video right back so that we can make sure that y'all on the same page, understanding where we going with this. Because at the end of the day, this is who Stephen A. is, man. He is the house Negro quintessential. Quintessential. So we're gonna play this again for y'all so y'all can understand the energy that we on. Let's go.
Two kinds of slaves. There was the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro, they lived in the house with master. They dressed pretty good. They ate good because they ate his food, what he left. They lived in the attic or the basement, but still they lived near their master. And they loved their master more than the master loved himself. They would give their life to save their master's house quicker than the master would. The house Negro, if the master said, we got a good house here, the house Negro said, yeah, we got a good house here. Whenever the master said we, he said we. That's how you can tell a house Negro. If the master's house caught on fire, the house Negro would fight harder to put the blaze out than the master would. If the master got sick, the house Negro would say, what's the matter, boss? We sick.
We sick.
We sick.
We sick.
He identified himself with his master more than his master identified with himself. And if you came to the house Negro and said, let's run away, let's escape, let's separate, that house Negro would look at you and say, man, you crazy. What you mean separate? Where is there a better house than this? Where can I wear better clothes than this? Where can I eat better food than this? That was that house Negro.
It don't get no better than Stephen.
In those days, he was called a house nigger. And that's what we call him today, because we still got some house niggers running around here.
We sure do. A whole lot. And that's the point, is enough. Enough with these get along, spineless, no representation for anything other than themselves, people who are on TV and on television influencing the people and the masses, bro. Enough, bro. Enough. This guy does not hold anyone accountable. He is a tool for white supremacy to be able to be used and abused in any direction that he feels. And this guy, I'm done. I'm over it, dog. I've had enough of this dude, man. Seriously. We done did enough. 15, 20 years of watching this dude talk crazy about players and people who he wishes that he could be. All right? And so, yeah, you know, he went up here. He's talking about he's going into the political realm, and now he's going to try to run for president. He's talking crazy about the sister Jasmine Crockett. The nerve of this dude. The nerve. Okay? The nerve of a loudmouth who talks crazy for no reason and never backs it up. All right? This guy talks crazy to everybody and never backs it up. All right? When he's going to stand on business? Everybody talking about standing on business. Steven, when are you going to stand on business, bro? All right? You got a problem with everybody? All right, stand on it then, bro. You got something to say about his wife? Stand on it, bro. The man confronted you. What you do? Back down. Spineless, bro. Soft. You're soft, Steven. You're soft. You're not who you think you are, bro. And guess what? You got to hold this L now, dog. Because you went around here talking crazy about a lot of people for a long time. And people done let you slide. Because you got your little show over there. You got your little millions over there. But guess what? Don't nobody care about that when you're a billionaire. All right? And you got Serena Williams as your wife, bro, who supported her friend Kendrick Lamar. You trying to talk crazy, you trying to be slick. And guess what? You got checked for that, right? So just so you guys can understand, we not gonna let it slide, bro. No, we're gonna make sure that you guys know every single thing, because on Elite Media, we bring receipts. Fuck is you
If
talking
I'm
about? Look at
married
this.
and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass, because clearly you don't belong with me. No,
That's what he said.
If I'm married
This
and
is
my
Stephen
wife
himself.
is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass, because clearly you don't belong with me. No,
That's what he said.
All right, that's him. That's your boy. All right, that's him speaking for himself. I didn't have to say shit. He said that himself, y'all. So if you talking greasy like that, and the man pulling up on you, bro, nah, bro, hold that. Hold your nuts, homie. Hold your nuts, bro. It's time to be a man now, bro. Oh, everybody talk this alpha stuff, this alpha that, bro. Yeah, until a real alpha pull up, now it's time. The fuck you gonna do now, bro? You're gonna be exactly what you are, a house nigga. All right, bow down to your master. Don't talk loud, look down. You know what I'm saying? Don't get out of turn. All right, you're gonna do exactly what he tell you to do. We just stay in your lane, homie. All right, we done watch Stephen A come out here talking crazy. Like I said, for the last, I don't even know how long, bro. I ain't got time for Stephen no more, bro. It's a wrap for you, homie. Talk crazy about somebody's wife, they pull up on you, bro. You gonna do something? No? All right, peace. You just got punked out, marked out, homie. Fuck is you talking about, bro? And that's why it's just funny to me, man, because I see a lot of people, bro. I see a lot of fake, phony, wannabe, future Stephen A. Smiths. We don't need none of that, bro. We need all of them to get up out of here, dog. Because at the end of the day, if you don't stand for nothing, bro, why are you here? Why are you having a platform, bro, if you don't stand for nothing? If you stand for nothing, bro, you gotta go, dog. It's enough, bro. I don't have any remorse for people who don't stand for nothing, bro. Go to wherever you trying to go to, whatever, bro. But leave us out of this equation, dog. Because enough is enough, bro. We done sat up here, we done watched for years, bro. Tried to support this man because we thought he was our brother. All right, we really thought that Stephen was a part of the culture, but he's not. He's not, bro. That motherfucker is an agent of chaos, bro. We thought that he was a part of the culture. We thought that he was gonna be somebody who was gonna contribute something. You know what I'm saying? Stuart Scott levels. That's what we thought. All right, we lost Stuart Scott, who was a real one, a real brother, a real Black American. All right, who stood on business, had his own style, and didn't have to sell out. But here we are, stuck with this dude, man, Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, right, bro. What a loser, man. Dude got on here talking crazy about somebody's wife and expected him to not say nothing. Nah, bro. We're in a new age. It's the age of truth. The age of being real. So if you not, get up out of here. Get off the train, homie. Nobody got time for this weak ass shit, bro. I ain't seen this shit for too long, bro, and I'm tired of it, man. So look, I had to come on here and cook on this topic because that's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? We're on the journey to 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, man. We on the way. Views is going up, streams going up, everything is going up. We consistent. We not messing around, man. 2025, we told y'all that we was gonna get it, and we getting it. We told y'all though, and so we gonna keep it coming, man. 2025, it's already been our year, homie. 2026 is coming, man. 2026, we on the bigger and better things. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned in. We got videos dropping. We got some stuff dropping tomorrow. I just dropped some stuff yesterday. We been dropping stuff over the weekend, live streams, all of that. So make sure you guys stay tapped in with the family, okay? The only way that you can stay tapped in is by subscribing. So subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys hit the like button. My name is Brandon B. I am a part of Elite Media, and I'm out. Peace.